This, I understand, could be attributed to the use of marijuana. It causes errors in time, space.
And yo, welcome back to Talking High Culture, the podcast where we say things most guys only think about in the group chat. I'm joined here by my brothers in smoke, Logan, Ricky, and Chris.
What up, y'all?
The Scully. Today we're talking about how dudes apologize without ever saying sorry. They say things like, "You hungry?" Boom, that's an apology. You're trying to game later? That's an apology. It's like a peace treaty almost. So we're gonna break that down and get straight into it. Most guys don't even know their best friend's favorite color, but they'll still take a bullet for them. Why is that? Logan, what's my favorite color?
I don't know. Who's shooting?
My point exactly. What do you think that is?
We have more important things at hand. I don't know. Hopefully I get in. Logan is gone for me. Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So most guys don't know their best friend's favorite color, but they'll take a bullet for them. Why is that?
I think kind of like the same thing Logan was saying. Like, I don't need to know your favorite color to know that you're a real dude that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go.
You know
It
what I'm
seems
saying?
like a superficial kind
Yeah.
of like thing to think
Yeah.
about ultimately if you're thinking about like how well you know a person.
Yeah.
I feel like just to put it in like Ricky terms, that's some like sheep mentality to be like, we're not best friends unless I know your favorite color. You know what I'm saying? Like, I resonate with all you guys, obviously with Logan because he's my brother. Like, obviously I'll take a bullet for my brother. But same for you guys, regardless if I knew your favorite color or not, like I still consider you guys my brother and I would do the same, you know?
And you would say that there are more important things to know about your brother than their favorite color, for example. You know, like their favorite White Claw, right? Or,
Actually, no, that's a big one. Knowing your friend's like favorite like type of drink.
Yeah.
That's actually like, that's to me, that's on some deep shit. Cause it's like, hey, like, you know how to pull up like when we're hanging out.
Yeah.
When it comes to superficial things, I feel like there are more important things other than just the favorite color that really explores why we do have a deeper understanding of our homies, why we do have a better understanding of who they are, of what they like. Sometimes it's in their favorite food preference. Sometimes it's not even necessarily just the superficial things like favorite color, but just knowing like, hey, look, my homie wouldn't do that, right? Having your boys back is a form of this sentiment where, like, let's say somebody's accusing your boy of doing something that's just completely out of character, and you know, like, to your heart is like, nah, that doesn't sound like him. Like, something about that story doesn't add up, right? There's got to be more information. Here's the thing. Many men were never taught emotional literacy. We're often taught to solve our problems and not really sit in our feelings. So instead of, hey, I'm sorry I blew up on you, you get, hey, yo, you trying to hit the gym later? Or you want to grab some food? And all that is to translate to, my bad, bro. And tell me this isn't true. Like, if you ever had a full-on Cold War with your boy, and you said, hey, like, did you see the game last night? Or did you see that new vid yesterday? And it's just like squashed. No apologies, no eye contact, no beef.
And it's not even just like that it's squashed even sometimes. Maybe it could just be like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that is squashing it. Just like, yeah, like
Just kinda moving past it, like-
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think we don't talk more openly about those things?
Feel free to
For
I
us-
take the floor. Yeah.
For
Actually,
us,
I'm
I feel like it's just because there was a generation that we grew up in for our age group that that it was still very like there was a stigma to guys specifically kind of like opening up and talking to each other, even with your friends. Like I still remember being younger, growing up with my friends, trying to open up to them when I was like dealing with some shit.
Sure.
And still it's getting taken, like I'm getting made fun of with even like the dudes I trusted the most. You know, but that was culture, that was the thing. So everyone kind of made you feel like you need to keep it in. Like even like your family would look at you, like the older generation, it was you deal with your problems, you shut up and you get through it. Life's life. You know what I mean? Whereas now we are moving towards an era of destigmatizing.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was on the other side of that spectrum where I didn't really have a close-knit group of friends because of how much I was moving around. So I never had the ability to confine in friends, you know what I mean? Outside of maybe like 3rd or 4th grade, which is really nothing in your developmental years. It's more like you usually want a core group of friends like middle school and something like that, or high school. And yeah, I was never able to get to that point to be able to be vulnerable enough with my friends. I could never get to that point. So yeah, that's I didn't really learn emotional literacy until well into my 20s.
I almost kind of envy that to a degree, but that's my own thing.
Because they're both opposite sides of that situation.
Yeah, but hearing your side of it, I would have much rather had friends that like I could at least confine to at all, rather than like even if they did fucking give me the response that you got, I would have loved to at least have some people to talk to. You know what I mean?
I think the culture has kind of implemented it into young men to internalize your feelings, regardless of what's going on. You know, you never want to show weakness. You never want to show, anything other than masculinity. So I feel like it takes a special type of person to step outside themselves and be able to be vulnerable and be open with, people that you're close with. I don't necessarily really open to my friends. I'm more open up to like my family members about shit, just because like my family's really close and I have that special relationship. I'm blessed like that to have that, but I definitely feel like, society has put it in young men's minds to internalize their feelings and just kind of balls up and deal with it. And I feel like situations, there's a fine line you're balancing on, like, yes, there are times where you have to balls up and be a man and deal with it and sacrifice some shit. And then there are times where also you need to, speak up and say something for your own personal well-being.
In Aztec culture, right, the Mexica people, they have a concept called Inlaquech, right, which is basically a statement that says everything that I see is a reflection of me, right? And that is both the struggles and the peace, right? So this idea of you have to solve your problems, you have to get over it, you have to man up, is something that men naturally identify with, because we are on that side of this universal energy. That masculine energy is problem solve, more logistical in nature, and sometimes the logical thing to do in that exact moment is to kind of just cover up your emotions, right, and proceed with solving the problem. In certain situations, that's exactly what's needed. In other situations, not so much. When it comes down to being emotionally vulnerable, you have to understand that though we are having that masculine energy, we are human. We are more than just one particular type of energy, and tap into those other energies in which we are able to be more vulnerable, step outside ourselves.
See, and this is where I can identify with living within the dichotomy of both those worlds, because I was growing up, being told one thing by like all my friends, like my guy friends, so like from every like male resource I could go to, where it's, you stuff it down, you solve your problems, and you just get power through it, you get through it. Like my brother was kind of like that, every like older male I knew. And then at the same time, I'm also being told by some of my teachers, some other like adult figures growing up as a child, that it was a 50-50 response between figure it out and solve your problems, or oh no, deal with it. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be emotional. So I feel like that has led to a big era of that mental like health instability that we went through like a big wave of in the last few years, because there were not even just me identifying with that. I'm sure there's plenty of other people that can identify with being you're forced into therapy, but then also when you go home, you're being told, like I said, like, why are you going to therapy? Get up and man up and deal with it. Like, you're supposed to grow up and be a man.
I do
that
have
leads
that
to like a
experience.
very unstable mental health.
While not on the same level as yours, my experience with it was up until a certain age, I was put in anger management. Right. So when I would come home, my parents would already treat me as if I already had that tinge of anger, even though I was actively working on it through anger management at school.
So
right?
they're not even giving you like the benefit of the doubt.
It to a certain point, like they tried to, right? But you know how your parents are. They believe they know you better than the school or better than other people sometimes. And sometimes that's true. In this particular case, that shaped my my ability to communicate into a more straightforward way. I was comfortable talking with people about my emotions. However, I was very selective in who I confided those emotions to, right? So because I was extremely selective, I often had a whole bunch of like superficial friends, but I wouldn't really talk to them about anything deeper than like, hey, you know, what's going on in the day. It wasn't until high school where I found more people that were like me in mindset to where I felt more vulnerable opening up emotionally. And then college into my adulthood where I find myself at the forefront of leading people into being more open, right? Because we don't have discussions like this all the time on the day-to-day unless you're allowed the time to, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like, I mean, yeah, we don't even have these type of conversations, Fizzle. Like, conversations like this don't happen in the man world. Like, even just doing this is a rarity, even for the podcast. We don't do this often. This is such like a...
Usually stuff like this we keep like in the background to ourselves when
You
we're
know?
talking about and really like dealing with our shit. We don't really bring it up.
So that just goes to show how rare it is for dudes to even bring it up, let alone talk about it.
And here's why it matters, because to circle back to, you know, apologizing and talking about your feelings and being vulnerable with them, for a lot of men, showing up is the apology. It is the signifier of this is why my homie is my friend, this is why he's my homie, it's my bro. It's loyalty. It's he helps you move. He picks you up from the airport. He shows up to the family funeral. Even if it's not a lot of words, the presence is there, and that's what is important to men, because that's part of the logistical problem-solving aspect of things. Is we need all hands on deck. for
Just
this
being,
matter.
just being there.
Yeah, man.
Just being there.
Yeah, reliable.
Reliability,
Loyalty.
and that's powerful. But it also means we miss the chance to deepen connection if we don't express that through words. Imagine how different all those situations would be if you did stop and take a moment and say, like, hey bro, I'm sorry, I messed up. I really do value you. Like, it wasn't about whatever the situation was. And even though that's the case, it's a part, even though that's the case that we don't use a lot of words and we're able to squash things without that, those words will ultimately enhance the overall situation, right? They will be more than just a Band-Aid, because again, for men, it's about showing up, it's about presence, it's about being there, right? And then the words are like the solidification of that. And when you have a solidification, something that encases that situation, it's all the more stronger for it. When was a moment that you needed to reach out, you needed a friend to show up, but you couldn't or didn't reach out?
Shit, fuck.
I can go.
Yeah.
Not like,
Just go into it.
yeah. So essentially, I was just at a real low point, and it was a little bit actually after I took my very first time to like seriously get clean, and basically just a real bad situation happened with my dating, like my whole living scenario. I pretty much ended up on the streets, and I had actually bought enough heroin at that point to where I knew it would take me out, especially after how long it had been. And like, I wanted to reach out to everyone because I put myself to that point, and like I already had it in my hand at that point.
Was there a particular person like that you have in mind that you were like, hey, look, I should have reached out to this particular individual? You don't have to name them. I'm just curious.
There's definitely at least like 2 people I could have reached out to at that point.
Family?
Oh hell no.
No.
Hell no, they wouldn't have been there.
Was it friend or family?
It was
You
friends.
said- Oh, okay.
It would have been 2 friends. There would have been 2 friends I could have reached out to that if I had absolutely like called them at that point, they would have.
So why didn't you?
I think part of me really wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
like, just go through with what I wanted to do.
I see.
But then, I guess part of me at that point, because not to take too much more time, part of me had felt like I'd burned so many bridges at that point. I was so alone and isolated, and I hadn't talked to them in a while.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that, like, no matter what, how long time it had been, like, we'd always connect.
Mm-hmm.
But I think also I wanted to try to, like, beat it myself at the same point. Like,
You
part of
wanted
me,
to take care of it yourself.
part of me wanted to just be like, I'm alone anyway. I'm gonna be alone. I've been alone for a while at this point.
I want to put a pause,
No, that's
extend
fair.
that question. Do you feel like men often have the mentality of, I have to deal with this alone? And do you feel like just involving other men and having other men associated with those similar problems actually improves the situation?
That's a hard one.
No, I believe yeah, it's ingrained as, at least like I said, for like how I grew up in our time.
Sure.
That it was sometimes no, you just have to deal with it yourself. Especially it's like, hey, people have been there, give me so many chances. I had like I said, I burned bridges. I'd given chance after chance. People just got tired of me and dealing with my shit, which I can't be mad for. I was a repetitive person of like, you know, oh, I'll fake doing good, do low.
My point is with that.
I needed to.
My point is with asking that question is, well, like you said, like the culture of it all is like you have to do it yourself. Ultimately, doesn't that end up having the opposite effect, right? It becomes too
50-50.
taxing. It becomes too taxing for one person to deal with these problems on their own. And then now we have a lot more people who actively need therapy or actively need to talk in these group session type stuff, and who are not doing that, and who think that they're living life comfortably, but in reality, you know, they're spiraling.
But that's when it relies on professional, and that's what was
Professional help.
That's what an issue I had, honestly. At that point, I thought I was beyond professional help because I'd seen therapist after like
Because
parents and everything.
So, like, yeah, let's throw, like, we can talk positively about things like this, but there are some cons in confining with people because
Yes.
you can confine in people and they could give you something that you're not really looking for. And that's why they say, like, professional help, because a professional is helping you kind of uncover the things that you're telling them.
Yeah.
Because you're telling them something and they're trying to really dig under what you're saying and what the root cause of it is.
Do you feel like with professional help, you would be able to speak more freely with another man or a woman?
Is that just a general question?
With a therapist, yeah.
I actually don't think it would matter for me particularly.
For you particularly.
For me particularly, it's always been more of a woman. But then again, I grew up around more women than I did men in my life, so I feel like I just have a natural, like, more of a, like, an instinct to feel comforted by
To confide in
and talking
women.
because, again, men never really gave me that growing
That
up.
opportunity.
I
Rick?
feel like that could be a little true, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Rick?
It'd have to be the right type of guy, which is far and few between.
Luckily for me, I didn't really have too many issues
Kilo, come.
needing to reach out until I was older, like around this age. And any situation that I had to reach out to somebody, I was blessed enough to have somebody there, whether it was my brother or my friend Brady. My friend Brady has definitely been there for me in some very low times of my life. Recently, when I was going through like my knee surgery shit,
Hard time.
yeah, you can only imagine how mentally fucked up that is. But,
Testing.
yeah.
Strain, yeah.
So yeah, I reached out to him when I was going through shit, and he was always there for me. So I can't really speak about a time when I didn't have somebody there.
Or when you chose not to reach out.
Yeah, and I've always been comfortable with reaching out. My thing is like I said earlier, nobody's gonna help you if you don't say anything, you know. So I had to make my issues known to the people that care about me, and yeah, they definitely put their hand out for me. So yeah, I'm definitely blessed in that situation.
Yeah, that is a blessed thing when you do find yourself in a situation of needing help, right? To have that olive branch extended to you, to have that hand reach out for you and say, hey, look, don't worry, like I got you, you know, that can be so important because it's one of the most uplifting aspects another person can provide to the human experience is, hey, you're not alone, right? And I think that's what I'm trying to get with all these questions is that maybe adding more men to the equation versus more women to the equation isn't the situation, but it's definitely, you should be more expressive with your feelings to the point of vulnerability to be able to confide in whoever you feel trust like towards, whether that be your friend or your family or a professional, right? We all should be aiming towards having a particular person, professional or otherwise, that we feel safe, comfortable, and vulnerable around. That's very important for men to be able to have that in a controlled environment, because like we have all experienced, we're told that you can't have that as a man. We're told that you gotta have to get over it, right, and truck along, and that is true. That is the nature of our energy. That is our nature. We should also allocate time to those vulnerable moments. Some people they spend time talking with their girl. Sometimes they spend time talking with their homies, with a therapist, a psychiatrist, whoever can get them over that bridge. I want to go ahead and just say, so like the next time that you want to fix a situation with a friend, you get the burger and the brew. You maybe also say the words, hey man, my bad. You be a little bit vulnerable to bridge that gap a little bit stronger. It's not being soft, it's being solid. You're being firm with, hey, I care about you. And who knows, that might be the thing that really makes it stronger than steel. So yeah, if this hits you, don't forget to send it to your group chat. Please like and comment this video, subscribe and join to our talks. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and other social media platforms at Talking High Culture.
Sorry.
What?
It's about you saw our talks. Like you said, it was just the way you said it was sounded more like talk, like TikTok instead of talk.
Oh. I'll try again.
Speaking of TikTok, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and other social platforms at Talking High Culture. You can also support us by heading to our store at talkinghighculture.com or our Patreon, because we got it like that. And don't tell your boys you love them awkwardly. Until next time. Peace, y'all.
Oh, we're actually out?
Love you.
No, we're not. That's just the main part.
I was gonna say, because
Yeah.
I had more to add to it. Because I had one question of so what do you do? How do you treat how do you treat that friend that despite you see them trying, or you see effort being made, but they're constantly struggling? How do you treat that? You know what I mean? Before enough's enough, and where both parties where you can't do
Is it damaging to your life? Does it have a negative impact on you in particular?
I got this. You can implement the hand, the hand can always be there, but the hand can only do so much.
Exactly.
At some point, this is one of those moments where it's subjective. This is what I was talking about earlier, where yes, sometimes you have to suck it up and be a man and sacrifice shit and handle it. And yes, sometimes, you can be vulnerable and talk about your shit. It's like one of those 50-50 things where you should be there for your friend, but your friend needs to realize that you can only do so much. You can't fix it for them.
Yeah.
In that situation, unfortunately, your friend has to internalize and fix it himself, But just consistently being there as the hand, being yeah, I got you, bro, you're good.
Yeah.
Figure it out,
People
That's
just
what
being
you
there
need to do.
doesn't solve the problem.
But I'm saying, even if it's not detrimental to your life, do you ever feel there's a point where you just be all right, I'm just exhausted of leaving my hand out?
Here's how it
You know
goes.
what I mean? That's what I mean.
If you can't be someone who extends your hand out, right? You can be someone who stands behind that person, right? who is in their corner, right? Who is like, I got you. Like, whatever you're doing, that's on you, that's your journey, but I am rooting for you 110%.
So that's how you would, like, your mindset. Like,
That's
all right,
my-
so
that's my
I'm tired
mindset.
of holding my hand out, so I'll just root for you instead of trying to help you.
That's my default mindset. I will reach out my hand if there's something that I think I can provide to them, or when I see them fall, right? Because I'm supporting them 100%. Unless they trip and fall somehow, I'm not gonna think they need my assistance, right? But if I do see them trip and fall, I extend out the hand, right? Like Ricky said, the hand can only do so much. They have to get up with their own two legs, push themselves up, right? Or they can only trip and fall so many times before you're like, bro, I can't keep picking you up.
Exactly.
Right?
A hard
Yeah.
pill I had to swallow as a young adult is that everybody's got their own shit going on. Everybody's got their own problems and issues and life shit they got going on. So you can't put the hope in yourself that somebody else is gonna fix your problems.
Yeah.
Because they have their own fucking problems that they're not fixing.
Especially
probably.
with like,
Exactly.
with where you're at.
And
or
so
where
that's
you're
one
at.
of those situations where you, like Fizzle was saying in the chat, you just have to suck it up and deal with it yourself because there's literally nobody else.
And I told Marco this a long time ago back in inventory. Remember this? I was like, you know what's crazy? And I told him this. I was like, I mean this in like the best way possible, bro. Like he was telling me like he was having issues too, and I was like, in the best way possible, bro. You know what's crazy? No one cares. And I'm like, I care, and I care about your situation. I'm here for you right now, but like at the end of the day, we go home like
Nobody's thinking about
no
Marco's
one,
problems.
no one cares
no.
other than you, bro.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally, no one cares about your problems other than you.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
When it comes to having that, like, this is your individual experience. You are going to have to solve it yourself. I think the issue that we have collectively is the specific words we use, right? You have to deal with it yourself. I don't think that's true. I think the better word choice is you have to do the work yourself, right? Because you don't have to deal with it alone, right?
I can agree with that
You can
phrasing.
say, hey, look, bro, this is affecting me. And by sharing that experience with your bro or with anybody else, this is like, okay, I got you, I support you. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know, right? And then you're not dealing with it alone, but that other person is not actively,
offering a hand, like a handout, like, hey, I'm gonna help you.
yeah. And
It's
I think
more
that's,
like, hey, do the work, and if you run into a speed bump and you really can't figure it out,
You
like,
can do it alone, but it's not like the only way.
yeah. The only way is to do the work yourself,
Definitely, yeah.
but you don't have to
Yeah.
do it alone, right?
Another thing.
It's like
too-
going to the gym. It's exactly like going to the gym. Sorry, but I go with Logan, right? But I'm doing the same reps as him. We're doing it together. We're in it together, right? But
He laughs when he said
the
do the
only,
same reps.
He's like him.
but I have to put in the work to achieve the results that I've been getting. Right?
Yeah.
He can't do the work.
can't
No,
just
but,
watch
that,
the
but
reps.
that's
He's
fair.
like-
But I can attest that too. Like going the few times I have with all you guys, and
Still
like
go?
I fell off this past week just because I was just in my slump, and with like my niece being at the house, I wanted to make sure I got home.
Anyway.
But I can attest to the same thing. Basically, just I'm going with you guys a few times, showing me at least what I need to do. I've been able to get myself to just do it.
Yeah.
Because now I can just repeat the same things and just like when I'm more comfortable or what fits with my schedule better.
Nike.
See, and that's the thing about doing the work yourself is at the end when you get results, it's a lot more satisfying than having somebody else do it for
And
you.
then it's easier to do on your own later on. I go to the gym on my own now. Like I don't like
Solo dolo?
I love and appreciate Logan for having been my accountability partner. I love and appreciate Rick for having gone to the gym with me and showing me a couple of new workouts. I love and appreciate Chris for also joining in this fitness journey, and like we're all now collectively doing this together. But we all got to do the work on our own.
Yeah.
Like we're all putting in that effort.
No, I ain't pushing it for you.
Yeah.
And I need to, and that's what was my final push, because I was always trying to rely on for a little bit, I want to go with the guys because it's better. At least I have people go with, they know what they're doing. But then I was like, what? If I already have seen what to do and been shown, why do I need to keep relying? Because then I'm becoming, that's not doing it for me.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Scheduling was convenient for me and Logan for a bit, and then I was like, okay, well, mornings actually work out better for me. I'm doing the same exact things that I would do, that I remember doing
Yeah.
when we would go in the afternoon. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, that's just it.
That first month of me and him working out was a good amount of me like getting him into the workouts, teaching him new machines, and hyping him up.
I fucking appreciate you, man.
That was what that was. Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah.
You too, Rick. Fuck yeah, bro.
bro.
Appreciate
Good
you.
shit, bro.
You too, Chris. Fuck yeah. Appreciate you.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah. Let's go. All around. Let's go.
Yeah, bro.
And I don't gotta ask my stepdad.
Cause I got it.
Fucking man.
Cause I'm the fucking man, and I got it.
I had long hair.
That is one of our all-time greatest clips. If you're a real fan, you know that.
Yeah. We're gonna throw that back always. That
Yeah,
might
we-
end up being a clip.
We'll have to clip that and then clip the segment back into it. Like,
So
Hey, we
ladies
all
and
have
gentlemen,
stepdads, right?
Cause I got it.
yeah.
yeah, we all have step.
Nothing but.
Nothing but.
Fizzle said my GF started doing walks most days of the week. Hey,
sick. There you
Fizzle,
go.
by the way, we have been paying attention to chat. We appreciate your consistency in the chat, and we have been reading it. We just couldn't respond it for that first little bit, but yeah, we basically agree and have essentially kind of been trying to talk about what you've been saying.
Yeah. We're trying to bring it up.
Yeah, Fizzle. That's
We're
what I'm
trying to say
talking
more
about.
of our own flow. Like,
It's all small steps to the final goal, my
Oh, yeah.
friend. You walk, you jog, you run for a while,
I could jog backwards.
and jog sideways.
Oh yeah. Well, the Stranger Things sideways jog.
Yeah, the
Ricky's talking
sideways.
about. We
Running
gotta make that little skit.
Yeah, bro.
A little, just a small little. We could do like a 30-second clip of all of us doing it.
Just jogging.
No, the
running
sideways jog.
the Stranger Things sideways
Stranger
run.
Things. You're in Stranger Things. Like we're in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to send me those clips tonight so I can edit
She
them.
lost like 70 pounds in the first 6
We could do.
months.
Damn.
We could do
Yeah,
a
bro.
quick little run of each of us doing it before we all.
That's
leave
what
to
I'm
it.
saying, Fizzle. Just a little bit of output, you get a lot of results, man. That's good to hear. I'm happy. For
Hell
you.
yeah, 70 pounds.
And
In
your
my,
girl.
in my same amount of time, I only
That's
accomplished
crazy.
35. So fuck yeah, that's
70 in
sick.
6 months is crazy.
That is crazy.
That's an intense
Falling
diet.
So,
and
dude, do you
workout.
always hit your step goal? What's your step goal? Is it are you hitting 5 or 10?
What is my step goal? Let me see really quick. I have it to like a general fitness score type
I wonder.
deal.
I feel like I should download something for my phone that counts.
It's more
my
of a
steps in my
calorie
pocket when I'm
burn.
at work. Because I don't have a watch or anything, but if it's in my pocket, it should count. It
It
should track,
counts
right?
steps if it's.
I'm pretty sure
and
5,000.
then Zach.
Because I feel
10,000 is the goal.
10,000 is the goal, and that's near like
8 miles.
I
Yeah,
feel
like
like
6 or
I
8
definitely
miles.
do like a decent amount of that if I'm at a busy shift at
for
work.
sure.
On a weekend, if I'm running around the entire restaurant, I feel like I am.
It's all Apple Watch.
'Cause I stay busy even on the slow days. I'll walk around
Come on, can I?
because I need to keep myself busy. Otherwise, I just die from boredom if it's slow.
On average, I have about
Don't worry, I
9,000
got
steps
you.
a day.
Damn.
Yeah.
A day though.
I'll be your
Yeah.
balance. I'll be your rock.
Save the dog.
You have that on when you're at home
Don't worry, I'll get off the board. I'll be the jack.
and the gym.
Half the time,
So is it accounting for the gym too?
it is accounting for the gym, but there was 3 days in particular where I didn't have it at the gym once each week.
Do you think that would account?
I think it'd probably boost it up by. I think that would make it to 1,000. I mean, that would make it to 10,000. I mean,
Ooh. So yeah.
Celeste started to fall again. Almost missed this shit. Thank you for joining us, Celeste.
What up?
what does she mean?
Probably said starting to fall asleep.
Fall asleep.
Yeah, she can't even type it out.
Probably started to fall asleep.
Starting to fall.
I got Celeste.
She started typing that like 20 minutes ago.
Bad
Starting to
problem.
fall.
Welcome back at Celeste Gowan says.
Yeah, she typed it in days ago and she just remembered what I said.
As she's falling asleep, she's hitting send. She's like, just about missed this shit.
Today specifically 10,000.
Some anime shit.
Yeah.
Almost missed.
Almost missed this
I can
shit.
definitely see that when you said you had to count.
That's how she gets her respawn the next
Yeah.
day. Has to comment on the
Asleep.
podcast.
We figured.
Actually, that'd be a crazy thing. Like,
Sure.
imagine that'd be a concept for a show. Like, it's such a popular podcast or streaming show, and people's like, whether you comment on it at a specific time, like, involves whether you like live or die. And that could be a whole plot right there. Like, someone falling asleep right at that like 59-second like mark, like almost missed this shit.
Exactly.
And like people are out the door like ready like break an apartment because they're like they already have it tracked of people that are like clocking in late.
Fizzle says his step goal is getting stuck in the washing machine.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, I'm stuck in the washing machine.
Oh, step brother, step podcast.
What are you doing, Step Podcast?
What are you doing, step host?
Thank you guys, everybody, for being here.
Thank you guys, everybody.
Thank you guys, everybody. Thank you, Logan.
So
Thank you,
anybody
Grace.
excited
talking about
for
us.
Anybody excited for any type of like music or games coming out or anything?
I'm making music.
Cap.
Hot cross buns, hot cross buns. 1 a penny, 2 a penny.
Oh, you
Hot
actually know the
cross
words? All I know is hot cross buns.
Hexagon to the best gun.
Oh, I fucking love that video. Oh my god, you know about hexagons, bro? Shit. Fucking wild.
It went out.
The joint's dead.
Just like
Should we smoke another one?
No new games.
No new games.
To answer your question. To answer your question.
I'm not looking forward to no new games, but I have been playing Diablo with my boys, and that shit's hella
I
fun.
downloaded that after Logan told me, but I still haven't booted it up yet.
Is it free?
Yo, we better
It was
coach
on
up.
Game Pass, it
We
was.
better coach up fucking little Ray Ray's team, bro.
Fucking touchdowns all day, bro.
Football coach?
Shit. Oh, you doing football?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
they in for some rough practice.
Yo, honestly, bro, if you get a lot of
I'm showing up to practice with these glasses on.
You're gonna be making a
Actually, no.
championship team.
I'm showing up to practice with those reflective fucking baseball glasses on. Yeah.
We're
The
hitting
super
those drills,
Oakleys.
bro.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
hitting those.
Coach
drills,
Rick?
Yeah, Uncle Rick. Uncle Rick here to coach.
And like, I don't have anything against my mom, but it was like, if since we had only 10 kids on our team, I would have preferred to have like 5 kids working with me, 5 kids working with her. We switched, so we're able to get like more stuff out of it. Whereas when I'm talking to 10 kids that are low-key like phone kids, so their attention span is very little.
You don't know how
They're
to
only
command
paying attention to
children.
me for like 10, and then they're
You don't know how to
Yeah.
command children.
Especially when it's coach and
What?
assistant coach.
What'd you say?
Said you don't know how to command children.
No, but he's right.
Who are you?
He is right. Effective coaches that have like an assistant coach should split up the kids, right?
No, yeah.
Especially if it's any
That's
more
how it
than
was when I
10.
grew up.
Well, the thing
On
is too
sports
is like
teams.
when the coach is talking, it's the assistant's coach to be like, "Hey, fucking pay attention."
Yeah, keeping
Or
the
that.
attention and commanding children are two completely different
That's the
things.
same thing.
No, it's not.
You command the children's attention to you. You're commanding the children to do what you want.
no.
So you command
Their
them-
attention is up to them. Dumb
They
fuck.
are not
No.
the same thing.
You whip
but-
them into shape.
Hold on. They are not the same thing, right?
Discipline.
But in order to get the kids to do that, you have to do those 2 things at the
Logan's
same time.
coaching basketball.
He-
Chris is running the military.
Exactly. I'm like, what are you? Like, you would clearly don't know what you're talking
And then
about.
also,
I'm a stern when it comes to kids.
You got to give Logan
don't
some
work like
credit.
that.
No, you got to give
Oh, it
Logan
does.
some credit.
It worked
because
with my niece.
this is only
One
his
kid.
and that's
second.
your fucking family, you idiot.
Hold on. You got to give Logan a little bit of credit because this is only his second time coaching basketball, right?
Yeah, that's
Right. So, to coach kids, that's practice itself.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of giving a hard time.
No, I know.
I'm trolling a little bit and giving a hard time, but you guys know that.
Yeah. No fucking.
But that's a legit.
I think you're being-
no, but that's a legit perspective
Hey, I
some
see
people
what's
have
going on.
though.
No, I think
At
you're
the
being
same time.
serious. I want to fight.
I mean, partly.
Me outside.
Meet me outside. How about that?
How about we just walk behind the camera?
Real quick though, Fizzle said he's been playing Ready or Not. I don't know if you guys have seen anything about Ready or Not, or like, do you know about it? The game, Marco?
Hey, Fizzle, we've been playing Diablo 4.
Okay,
Sorry.
so Ready or Not
I know you'll hate
is
us.
it's a
you read
team-based
that.
game,
Leads kick.
and you're SWAT, and you
yeah.
infiltrate like school shootings
Oh shit.
or like
Oh, yeah.
child like
Let's go.
X word rings, and it's like it's like that. So my buddies play it. I don't play it. I don't play any of the new games because I don't have a PS5, and I'm not about to run some new shit on my old ass PS4.
Sure. Yeah.
So I just
That's
I
intense.
listen to my friends talk about it. 2 of my friends, they play Ready or Not, and they love that shit, bro. So
Definitely different things. Logan is good with kids, but 10 kids is different for one. Thank you, Celeste.
exactly.
Hell yeah. Much appreciated.
As much as you think you got it like that, and you're like, everybody listens to me when I speak. As soon as you start talking, 9-year-old boys are gonna be like,
Yeah.
Bro, the most seasoned coaches cannot command the attention of 10 fucking kids at the same time.
Especially iPad kids.
Regardless of age. Those could be 16-year-olds, 18-year-olds, and they're still gonna be like have trouble, like little bits of trouble.
Yeah.
Like, no, motherfucker, what I'm saying is important.
In this day and age, I kind of agree.
Fizzle says he was a lacrosse coach and ref. I don't know if you saw our lacrosse clip, but I don't know shit about lacrosse. but I respect the fuck out of it, Fizzle.
Cross coach and ref, they have to fear repercussions. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing that Chris was saying, like, and kind of has to go in with why they didn't take my attention too much, or why I didn't command attention, because they didn't feel repercussions from me. I could only do positive things with these recreational ball kids.
Yeah, and another thing too is they only had an hour to practice. So if kids were fucking around, you can't be like, hey, go run laps.
I don't got no time. We don't
There's
have
no
time for
time because you can't teach these kids the fundamentals and then discipline them with like fucking conditioning.
Our warm up was 2 laps around the court. That was our warm up. We had no more time for. I had to get them into drills quick because by no time we were already into our water break.
So here's my suggestion, right? Not if you're not a winning focused coach, right? Which I know that's the point of competition,
I wasn't, no.
right? But but if you're focused on getting these kids to be better,
Yeah, I was
right?
drilling these kids, bro.
In the long run, if that kid is acting out, not getting right, yeah, you do have them run laps the whole thing.
Exactly.
And even though they in particular are missing out on the fundamentals and some of the weak,
They're still getting stronger and better.
they're still getting stronger and better, right? And then them not being able to perform at the same level as their peers during the game is gonna drive them to being like, okay, don't fuck
Like,
around.
oh fuck, I'm shit.
Yes, exactly. That mentality.
Like,
It's
dude, I don't know these plays.
Hey, Fizzle said I had to kick kids out of games and their kids out of the stadium. He said, I did see the lacrosse video and about died laughing. I was like, are they talking about me? And their parents, not their kids. But yeah, dude, I grew up here in town and there's like a private lacrosse league and all my friends that played football played lacrosse. And I was always like, damn, that shit's so sick, bro. Never fucking knew anything about it, but respected the fuck out of it. So yeah, bro, lacrosse is sick, dude.
What were we just talking about though?
Right now, in particular, kids getting their kids out of the stadium.
Our warm up was in a high school. Was 2 laps around the football field, doing Indian runs, then shuttles, then line drills.
Ours was 2 laps around a basketball court for these kids.
So, well, run me through these ones. I'm more familiar with soccer terms and a little bit with basketball terms. But
You don't know what Indian runs are?
Give me what that is.
I'll give it to them. Indian runs.
Is that is similar to a suicide run?
That's what I would think.
I don't know what a suicide run is, but I'll tell you what an Indian run is.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're in a line running around the court, and you have the last person in line have to run to the front. Where I'm doing it right?
Yeah.
And then, okay. So whatever the pace is at the front, the back person,
Catches
you're coming
up
up
to
to
the
the front
front.
and you're setting the pace. So whoever's in front is setting the pace.
Uh-huh.
So if you're jogging, that's what the pace is. So if you get up to the front, you could sprint and set that pace, and that
Yeah.
motherfucker has to get up to you until the line is back to that first person. Like, you guys don't stop. So you can run around the field as many
So
times as
everybody's
possible.
pretty much got to try their best to get even pace.
Exactly. Either
Oh.
no. So that's the thing. Either you could not try hard and be like Michael Jordan used to do this. He'd be like, "Yo, Dennis Rodman, don't fucking run fast." And then once it got to Dennis Rodman was last in line, he'd fucking book it,
Gun it.
get to the first, and no one would be able to catch him. So they'd be running around the fucking
So it's
the
either
basketball
someone's
court.
like trying to push everyone, or someone's trying to be like, hey, like let's all try to make
Let's
sure we
pace
can
ourselves
match
out.
like a same speed.
Exactly.
And let's get some teamwork and let's all build like. So it depends on who really wants.
Yeah,
to
so
be
it's really just like
cool.
if you have a pace, if that last person has to book it up front, get there, set the pace, and then the next last person, book it up front, set
that's
pace,
crazy.
book it up front. Yeah.
I don't know if this is what it's collectively called in soccer, but in high school soccer, my coach called that leader of the pack.
See,
Okay.
I've never done anything.
gonna play-
like
we're gonna
that.
run leader.
Yeah, I've never done anything like that. Even when I played hockey, we wouldn't like skate around the rink for that. The most we would do was suicide sprints.
Suicide is up
you
to
know
a
those?
line,
Yeah,
back.
suicide, yeah.
The
So-
most they would do was our coaches would literally we'd be fucking going until like
So what are
until
shuttles?
we're passing out or like puking.
So what we had was you would go
That's
touchdown
a lot.
from the touchdown line to the 20, back, 40, back, half, back, next, back, and you would have to keep doing that
Yeah.
until full field, and that was like 1.
Okay.
That was
So
one.
that's suicide, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
suicide.
so we already
They make us
established
do
suicide.
the side court and then like from side to side and then after doing a few of those, then they would be like, all right, go from the backboard
Side to
to
side.
the goal line,
Side to side.
like as very short quick ones. Then from the backboard to the fucking
Yeah.
mid lane where the mid puck drops. On
You're
like
mid puck. Oh, you're talking hockey.
then backboard.
It's still the same
then
concept.
Backboard to center ice. Backboard to opposite goal line. Backboard to backboard.
Yeah, suicides is the same concept. You're going up to a marking line, then back to the edge of the court, up to a marking line,
Yeah.
back.
But
to
to interject, all the coaches said this as a thing. They would always be like, "You might hate us right now, but we're making you better. I know you guys hate this, but we're making you better." And we're just like, puking, like, oh, I hate this so
I haven't
much.
heard that line
But
since you just said it.
They 100% were making us better, and we were better for it. We were all stronger and better and more athletic because of it.
Okay, so Fizzle Gig says shuttles on a lacrosse field is ending to the goal line, back to the end line, and restraining box to the end line, to the half, to the end,
Oh,
and the
okay.
restraining box to the end line, to the goal line.
Okay.
That
so
sounds similar to suicides, but
in
it's
different lengths and going to different lengths of the field, different bursts.
in intervals, right?
Increments.
Yeah. and-
Similar to what I was talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
So you would go up to one small line that instead of just doing it for the whole court, you would go up to the goal line. I love my coaches for holding me to a standard. You have to when it comes to sports.
To touch on that real quick, I had a coach my my sophomore year of high school, so my junior varsity year playing football, Coach Beck. That guy did so much for me and like taught me so much about like being a man and shit. I saw him recently at work, and I like went out of my way to like take him aside and be like, hey, like I really appreciate what you did for me when I was like a little guy, you know? Like I was like 16 and you really like looked out for me and like, you know, you were like the coach for me. So like I respect that, you know? So yeah, that coaching shit, bro, is legit, bro.
You do a full lacrosse, not just basketball court. Oh yeah, because different sports have different lengths of
The
different.
right mentor can definitely do a lot for you.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
That dude used to pick me up from my house. He'd take me to school at like 6 in the morning, and we'd work out for an hour and a half. Cause school started at 8, so we'd work out till 7:30, and then he'd drive me to McDonald's, and he'd buy me McDonald's for breakfast, and then he'd drop me back off at school. He did that every day during football season. That shit was so sick, man.
Tricky.
I remember there was one year of
That's
school.
right.
There was one year of school. I had a history teacher. It was my first period,
And he
and
touched you.
because I actually no, but because I actually like
No, not yet.
that was like one of the only classes like in subjects I cared about in high school. That so I always did well in, and it was one of the few things I actually did work outside school for.
Sex ed?
No, but
Oh, the gay club.
at the front of my neighborhood there was like a deli that would always be open. So he'd always wouldn't mind if I came in like 15 minutes late, like if I basically came in halfway through class.
You came
As
in
long
what?
as I brought him a pork roll, egg and cheese.
Pork rolls fire.
As long as I brought him a pork roll, egg and cheese, he would allow me to stop at the deli on my way in to get my own breakfast.
You came in a pork roll and cheese.
You motherfucker.
Dude, pork roll, egg, and cheese sounds gas right now, bro.
Are we going to?
3 of them up.
Where can we get one right now?
I have some pork roll in my freezer.
We're going to Chris's.
We're going to
house.
Skulls, bro.
Yeah, we're going to Chris's.
Dinner at Chris's
we can
house.
flash fry. Someone's just gotta buy some fucking.
I'll buy
rolls.
the eggs.
All right, we'll round
I
off in
have
8
eggs,
minutes.
I have cheese. Someone's just gotta buy some rolls.
Honestly, we'll round off in 8 minutes.
Honestly, I'm not down.
No, I'm down, bro.
I'm so. Okay,
I don't work tomorrow.
We're
so
doing
fuck
this.
yeah.
We're doing this,
I
bro.
don't have to be at work till 3 o'clock.
We're doing
Hey,
this. We're going to Skull Mines.
We're going to Skulls
Another
House.
six-pack?
Hey, then I can pick up my. Dude, we're gonna go fucking get pork roll and or eat
Mario
pork roll
Kart?
and Mario Kart
I
right
can
now.
flash. I can just quick.
At the Blue Oyster Bar?
Yeah.
Blue
It won't
oyster.
take. It won't take more than like.
You know what? I'm such a good mood, Lola. Go ahead and get some.
Oh.
We're gonna have to bring her and leave Kilo.
Go ahead and show off Lola for the camera. Let's go ahead and farm her for views for a second.
Everybody say hello to the sweet, sweet baby
Little
girl.
fluffy princess.
No, Lola Princess.
The sweet
Look at
nappy
look at
girl.
over there, Lola. Say hi to everybody.
Do this
Say hi.
bit.
Whoa.
Ah,
Hold on. Keep her in frame. Logan, you hit this really quick.
Who the hell done it? Made a banana.
Oh, my
Who
bad.
the hell done it? Made a banana.
Rick, show her off really quick. Highlighter.
So here we have a nice street dog, as they say. We found her on the road. She is fostered. She's gray and mixed. As you can see, she has a mustache. Sometimes when that mustache grows out a lot, she looks like a male.
But she's not.
She's not. She's a female. This is Lola, the sweet baby.
She is not a boy.
She may look like she's not enjoying it, but all she wants is somebody to touch her.
She
So
is not a boy.
She loves this.
She
Say
is a
hello
girl.
to your fans, Lola.
If you would like to support this dog, this beautiful, beautiful dog, please check us out on TalkingHighCulture.com. Buy a Think Outside the Blunt t-shirt. Buy a Sailor Space t-shirt. Buy a Talking High Culture Molecule t-shirt. Check us out on Patreon.com/TalkingHighCulture. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this live stream if you're watching it after it's already gone up. Please share it with all your bros. Do not forget to tell them that you love them. Awkwardly.
I love you guys.
I love you guys.
I love you guys.
I'm gonna text you guys I love you before I go to sleep tonight.
Hey, so there could be an
If you don't, I'm
opportunity.
gonna be upset, and I'm gonna
Guys,
text you I love you
so
anyway.
there could be an opportunity that we all know that we love each other. I love you guys.
I love you.
Love you guys.
Hey, wait. One by one.
Fucking knew
All
that.
right, have a good night, guys. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
Hey, later, Fizzle.
Later.
Fizzle. We appreciate you always.
Thank you.
dude.
Thank you so much.
I love you.